Okay. Looks like things are up and live and active, which is what I'm going for here. We can go ahead and pull up our game. Yeah. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, I think my camera froze, as it loves to do. Come on. Alright, now that's a beautiful look that it froze on me. We'll get there. We'll get there. See, this is why I've started trying to do a little bit of troubleshooting before I actually start doing anything. So let's see if we can get all of my stuff actually going here. Come on, computer, you can do it. Okay, there we go. I think we are back live. Alrighty, alright. There we go. Just gotta get this computer, nurse it through about one more week. One more week. And then we'll have some fun with a new-ish video card and a new CPU. It'll basically be a new computer, just with a few of the sort of non-essential, well, they're still essential, the non-big ticket components being recycled. So just a couple more days is all we gotta really get through. It'll do it. It'll do just fine. I mean, truth be told, this computer it doesn't owe me a thing. It's been a wonderful machine. This is the first computer I ever built myself, and I built it, it's like 5 years ago, something like that. 5 years ago, off a card that was at the time 2 years old, graphics card. So it has been a solid machine. Doesn't owe me a thing. Doesn't owe me a thing. But it was time. It's been time to update it, and it was my misfortune that it was time to update this when the entire market was just going absolutely out of control. But I managed to hunt down a 2080 RTX for decent price. Little over, but not like scalping. Not scalping prices over, just, you know, demand is up, overpriced. Which is expected. It was still within my budget, which was definitely well below scalper money. But yeah, I managed to track one down. Got lucky. Got my hands on it. It's in the mail. Should be here next week. So just a little bit longer on this computer. But I suppose I should stop just rambling about that and actually kind of get things started here. We're about 5 minutes in. So things are warming up. Things seem to be working right now. We got some kinks ironed out. So yeah, we'll dive into it, because it is Thursday, March 4th, 2021. I'm EnviroBoy, and today we're just gonna play a little bit of Borderlands. So let's get the game loading here. That's right. We were in Old Haven there. So there we go. Yeah, it'll be nice to have a new computer. It'll be nice. Be really nice. You know, it's really I haven't thought about it, because you just kind of get used to working with the equipment that you have and all of that. So you don't spend much time worrying about it. But the fact is pretty much all of my gaming equipment, it's getting to be that time. Ooh, here we go. What's this? One of the bandits is breathing his last few ragged breaths. He opens his hand, holding what appears to be a strong box key. He wheezes, "Fine, brothers. 2 more keys. Lance get nothing." He coughs and then lies still. Oh, I see. Keys. Lance get nothing. Oh, that's supposed to be in quotes. I was getting confused, because it's like a... Yeah, okay. They did not take the time to properly proofread that one, apparently. But yeah, I was thinking about it in terms of my gaming equipment, and it really is getting to be about time for some upgrades and some updates. I mean, my current equipment is my computer that I built in. I was thinking about it. It has to have been 2015 that I built this computer. So really, that's actually 6 years. I've had this computer 6 years now, because we don't think about it. Like, I don't hardly think about 2020 as having been a year that's passed, because, like, what a bummer of a year, and what a nothing year, right? But, it's been 6 years I've had that computer, and the card that I got at the time, what do I have in there? I've got the R9 in there, and R9, and it was old budget build technology when I built it. So I'm working on a computer that's 6 years old. I still use my day one edition Xbox One, mostly just for games that need online play with friends that only have an Xbox. But I'm working on that, which day one, that came out when I don't remember exactly when it came out. I'd have to look it up, the year that the Xbox One came out. But that was like that was when I was in college. I remember that being in college. That was towards the end of my college career at the time, but I mean, it's older than my computer by a couple years. So we're talking about an Xbox that's a few years old. And I have a PlayStation 4. It's not a PS4 Pro, but it is, and it's the PlayStation 4 Slim or whatever they called it, the one that's just like a narrowed down. Hold on, I gotta go yell at my cat because she's eating a plant. Yeah, I see you. Get out of here. Go on. Go on. You leave the plant alone. You've thrown up like 3 days in a row because of this. Go. Go. Leave the plant. Leave it. It's like having a 2-year-old, I swear. She's been so petulant about things lately. She anytime I don't feed her as promptly as she would like me to, she starts eating the plants that I have. It's the only time she eats the plants. She doesn't do it because she likes them. She does it because she knows it bothers me. And for some reason, it doesn't click in her brain that it does not encourage me to feed her faster. If anything, it makes it longer, because never once have I fed her as a result of her eating the plants. I always just go and yell at her. But yeah, she's been doing it a lot lately, and I haven't been as quick to correct her. And so she has thrown up a couple times, right on the carpet, naturally. So I need to be more on top of that shit. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, talking about gaming tech being kind of out of date, and I think, yeah, so it's like I've got the slimmed down PS4. It's definitely not like the enhanced PlayStation 4 or anything like that. But I've got one of those. I think the newest piece of equipment that I have, I think the most up-to-date piece of gaming equipment that I have is my Switch. And even that, my Switch is one of the original generations that I got, not like on launch, but I got it. Gosh dang it, why am I so bad today? I'm just not on it today, boy. Tell you what. There we go. But yeah, so I think my Switch is the newest one, which that came out however long ago the Switch came out. So it has been a number of years since I've gotten any sort of new gaming equipment. And and even that, the newest one that I got was never meant to be sort of a gaming powerhouse, more so a Mario machine, a Mario and Zelda machine. So it's time for me to upgrade my computer. before I really understood just how, because I'm not someone who sits, I'm not a tech hound. I don't sit and look and see what the newest thing AMD is up to, every week. I don't worry too much about that. When the time comes that I'm ready for a graphics card, I do some research on what the best ones are and try to get my hands on something that's kind of up there, so that way I can be future-proofed and be set to play some video games for a handful of years. And so when I first started looking into it, I didn't realize just how much of a shit show everything is right now with graphics cards. And so I was originally budgeting to try and get myself a like a shiny new 3080 or something is what I had thought of initially. But for anyone who is whoopsie, oh boy, got myself in trouble there. But yeah, anyone who's been paying attention to the markets lately is probably well aware of the folly that was me thinking I could get my hands on something like that. It just wasn't going to happen. It was never meant to be. And that's fine, because after doing a little bit more research and adopting a slightly more realistic mindset. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on my cat, make sure she's not going to go for a round 2 on the plants there. But yeah, after just trying to be a bit more realistic about the nature of what my current graphics card is and what will please me for my use and skill level, which is middling at best. Oops, I wanted to do this because I want to equip a rocket launcher. It's tempting to use the caustic one. That might do some. I'm actually going to equip that just because I'm using it to try and handle some turrets here. Oh my god, seriously. Oh, that's absurd. Come on, shield. This is absurd. Reload, reload. There we go. Get some caustic damage going on. This is just tedious and a pain in the ass, but gotta do what we gotta do, right? Poor claptrap. Yeah, I see you. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. So yeah, with the card, I kind of readjusted what my mindset was and what my expectations were for what I was trying to get for myself there, and settled on realized that for what I play my games for. I mean, I'm still working on 1080p monitors. And I don't feel like I'm missing out, honestly. There are some people who are real graphics hounds. They love to max out, and I don't begrudge them or think less of them or anything like that. If that's what they like, that's what they like, and they have every right to enjoy that, and I encourage them to indulge in it if they can. But for me, that's just not as important. If I get solid 1080p, if I can get solid 1080p with reliable frame rates, then I'm a pretty happy camper, honestly. I really don't need much more than that, because for me, a game, I think for me a lot of it too is I am very susceptible to the uncanny valley effect. I very rarely look at a game and feel like, and gain immersion based on how realistic and detailed it looks. As long as things are crisp in appearance, you know, not so blurry that I can't see what's happening. As long as that's not our situation. Hi, kitty. You're being a real brat, you know that. Just like, I don't care, feed me. Oh, for crying out loud. But yeah, as long as what I'm looking at is crisp enough that I can actually see what I'm looking at and understand what I'm looking at, I don't much care beyond that. I don't find myself feeling let down by, for crying out loud, by less than, you know, 4K graphics like some people. Some people need to, oh man, I'm full up on shit. Oof, that's rough. Wait, do we have, yeah, we've got a shop just over this direction, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment to seems kind of unnecessary for them to throw enemies at me to have to deal with while I'm trying to shop here. Oh, for crying out loud. Wonder if I can peg him. Got him. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and do some inventory management. Oops, I wanted to go this way. Because I need to do it. And I need to do it. Okay, let's see here. Oops. Yeah, we'll keep that Crom sidearm there. That's looking like a pretty good one. That revolver, yeah. Well, you know, honestly, I don't know. I kind of like the caustic because when I'm using a rocket launcher, it's pretty typically because there's some sort of vehicle. And vehicles are usually pretty armored, so I use them so little anyway, it's not going to make a huge difference. So I'm actually going to keep the caustic one, to be perfectly honest. I think that's just more valuable to me right now. Little shotguns, let's check these. SMG, no, I don't want to do that. I want to look at the SMG, you know, where my cursor was. You goofy game. What are you doing to me? Check that out, check that out. So yeah, I'm getting pretty excited about, starting to feel some excitement about having a new graphics card again. It's been some time. Ooh, I have a much better sniper that I'm not using for some reason. I don't know what the cutting edge does to it though, but I mean, gosh, just look at that liquid sniper. Just look at that bad boy. I don't think I can justify not using that one. Especially because it'll work. I can get some bonus money. Because I forget. I mean, I'm sure there's probably something like super awesome and amazing that I'm overlooking in that in the cutting edge flavor text there, but excuse me, honestly, it's Borderlands. Whatever I think, whatever awesome thing I think I have, it'll be about, you know, an hour of gameplay before you find something better. That's how it goes with these loot games. Sell my junk. There we go. Okay, I know there's a guy right here. Come on, where are those criticals? There's one more. We need one more. We'll get it. Pop! Got-y. I need to figure out where that other quest is there. Can see it. I gotta grab it. Let's see here. We can also pick up these things so that I can inevitably sell them in the very near future. Because let's be real, that's how it always goes. It will be fun to kind of go through the process, because I mean, obviously, such a big jump in my graphics card too. I had to update my CPU and the, you know, naturally the motherboard to hold on to it. Although that doesn't really do much in the way of tech specs, you know, and gaming power. It's more than anything, it's just making sure I've got the proper form factor to be able to actually use my new graphics card more than anything. because even the chipset, I'm not disappointed with my um current. Oh my god, seriously, why am I so bad right now? You know what? Come help me out here, Bloodwing. No, Bloodwing, but what the hell? God damn it. Come on, Bloodwing. Bloodwing, go hit him. What are you doing, you worthless bird? Bloodwing's driving me insane right now. Damn it. I was so close. Dang, bro. That sucked. That sucked. I'm not in an energetic enough headspace to be good at games right now. I'm just not there. It has been a wow, there he is. He's chasing me down. He's hunting me down. What a dick. Bloodwing, go do your job. You've got one thing that I ask you to do. And that's just go claw and tear the shit out of this guy. Fucking do it. God damn it, Bloodwing. Why are you just floating around? There we go. Sheesh, man. But it's gonna be nice to have an upgraded computer again. And really, and like I was saying, the only reason I actually even bothered with the CPU upgrade is just because I don't want to bottleneck my new graphics card. It kind of defeats the purpose if the computer itself is gonna bottleneck me, so I can't actually play what I'm trying to play on it. So that'll be nice. It'll be nice. It's going to be fun. It was a pretty penny. Probably not the most responsible purchase I've ever made, but like I say, sometimes it's just time. And that's where I'm at. Why is it acting like there's a quest in here when there isn't? It shows me like right on top of it. I don't remember what it's supposed to be. Oops, hey buddy. Oh my goodness gracious, yeah, my headspace is just not there. Right before this I was in the middle of a conference call that lasted a good 45 minutes longer than it needed to, and my brain attention span is just completely shattered right now. It's just wrecked. All gone. Nothing productive going on up in those brain cells today at this point. Nothing at all. I mean, it's not a huge change from standard, but there we are. See, it was such a low effort joke too. So not clever. I expect so much better from myself, to be perfectly honest. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong to try and get that quest that's just kind of like apparently hanging out there. Kinda want to just do some platforming here, see if I can jump on top of anything fun and interesting. Apparently not that way. Oh, hey buddy. Go. I mean, am I doing something wrong here? Like, it looks like it should be right here. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I haven't unlocked it yet or something. Fuck if I know. I don't know, man. I'm barely awake right now. More than anything, I'm trying to veg out and get myself in a better frame of mind, really. Because I have, in about, what time is it right now? It's 1:45, so that means in a little, just like a hair over an hour, I'm going to my Muay Thai class. Gonna do some training, getting back into that training mindset, and I'm excited for that, but I don't have the energy for it. So I'm hoping that by just sort of chilling out here, relaxing a little bit, enjoying a little time, playing some games and stuff, I can sort of reset the brain space of a smidge, a hair, a tad, so that I can be a little bit more alert and active while, you know, getting punched in the face. It's better to be alert for that kind of stuff. As a general rule in life, you know, someone's gonna be knocking your teeth out. That's here. I need to pay attention to where these smoke signals are too. I'm just not paying attention to them at all like I'm supposed to be. Looks like there's one over this way, so we're gonna keep climbing up north here. Okay, so it's up there. Gotta figure out how I'm supposed to get up there. Oh, hey, buddy. There we go. Oh boy, there's a lot of them. Oh boy. Help me out, Bloodwing. This guy doesn't seem to be able to do much to me from where he's staying right now, so we're just going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Never mind. Someone is fucking me up right now. I gotta figure out how the hell to get up there. Jesus. Wonder if I can get a grenade up there. Come on, keep getting those criticals. Uh-oh. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Uh-oh. Why are there so many badasses around here? There's so many of them. So many of them, and I'm not prepared for this. Oh, man, I'm just getting myself into every manner of trouble right now. Just like frickin' Scorpio turrets everywhere. Bloodwing's proving to be incredibly useless. I gotta get out of there. Boy, they've got that area fortified, I'll tell you what. Oh my god, enough with the grenades. That one. Got that one. Just gotta thin the herd. Just gotta take a couple of them out. It'll be much better after that. So I hope. Ah, boy. Yeah, man, my headspace is all off today. All off today, and I'm sucking at games because of it. I mean, like, sucking more so than usual. Sucking at games and sucking at being funny. Like I say, I'm just like, I'm going for the low-hanging fruit jokes right now. Oh, my goodness gracious. There we go. There we go. Okay. Finally kind of getting a handle on the situation here. Alright, come on. I can win this one. I can win this standoff. We can win this. We can win this. I'm gonna win that. See, I told you. What did I tell you? Told you I could do it. So use the worst strategy possible. Stand in front of him and let myself get shot repeatedly. Repeatedly. Emphasizing, enunciating, trying to practice being clear in my speech while playing games. Whew, yeah, man, I feel like I feel foggy today. You know, those kind of days where it's like There's nothing nothing explicitly wrong. You're just kind of in a haze. Just not things just aren't registering like they usually do. Your attention, your motivation, just not quite there. I feel like that's what I'm having. It's just like an off day. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like I'm, crippled or dysfunctional because of it. It just, impacts my performance a little bit, and that's okay. It's also what she said. It was a sad night. It's like that was quick. That was a quick, snappy joke, but I don't know that it was really a good joke. So take the little win I can get out of it. Oh, there's the yawn. There's the yawn. I knew it'd be showing up at some point in time. I knew it had to appear at some point. It's always only a matter of time. Skull with the beer cans in the eyes. That's a dorm room. What in the world? Where do these badasses keep coming from? What on earth? Sheesh, man. There's so many guys around here. Oh my golly. Why am I using this stupid pistol right now, man? What am I doing? It's just bad strategy right there, man. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense what I'm doing. Yet there, I'm still doing it. Okay. You can go ahead and turn that one off, and then we also, and then this is the one that I was also working on to find that third bandit thing. I feel like I'm supposed to let Claptrap out here. Maybe that one happens later. Alright, let's find our third key. Third key, now we got something over here. Oops. That was not really well thought out. I was not paying attention to where I was diving off of there. Whee! Wahoo! Yeah! Just like Mario sounds. That's not funny either. I'm just like saying random things. Hoping maybe I can convince people that I'm funny just by being lol random. Whoops. Yeah, it was a long, boring day at work today, and that didn't help. On top of that meeting, that just went way longer than it needed to. I think really that's just what the source of it is. I'm burnt out from a busy day. Had the day job. I mean, I'm working on reports. Got a lot of reports that I have to work on right now, just because of how timing for everything kind of panned out. It's just how it goes sometimes, Feast or famine situation. A lot of times it feels like. It's not exactly the right terminology for it. It's not always feast or famine, but it's just like, I think it happens with any job that there are times when things are busy and draining. That's just how it goes. That's what it means to be in the working world. Hi, kitty. I know you're hungry, but it's not time to eat yet, so you're just gonna have to chill the fuck out. You're just gonna have to accept that and let it go. Alright, let's get back to where we've once been left. Get back, Loretta. Like that deep cut, that's a Beatles song right there. That's Get Back. One of their popular but not like super popular songs. The treasure 3 corpses. The 3 keys open the strong box. Inside you find some sort of map. The map marks a location in the Doll Headland. Perhaps something is hidden there? And we got a treasure hunt. You know I'm gonna go check that out. You know I gotta do it. I gotta do it. It's the only thing that makes any sense at all. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Always trying to keep up the energy, especially when you start getting later in the week. You know, it's Thursday, which means tomorrow's Friday, which is always a good thing. It's the best day of the week when it comes to work days. But you know, you get later on in the week, and your body and your mind start craving that day off, craving that time to just sort of turn it off and relax a little bit. You know, and it's just it's hard. It's hard to always be on point, which is just kind of where I'm feeling. You know, not even just in terms of trying to pretend that I'm a streamer or anything like that. Just life in general. You know, like I'm getting ready to train martial arts, and I'm excited about it. I genuinely am. It's gonna be fun, but I feel like I'm gonna have a rough day. I kind of have that feeling because I know where my headspace is at right now, and I know that it's not in, you know, prime do anything really state. Ooh, that's a pretty good revolver right there. Although I think I'm gonna keep the one that I've got right now because it has that. The explosion actually is nice, and the other thing about it is that added accuracy on there is not too shabby. I will happily keep that. So go ahead and get rid of that. And then I don't know if any of those SMGs are particularly exciting. Let's see here. Nope, not really. So sell those. And then we want to look at all of these grenade mods. I mean, holy wah. Alright, let's see what we got here. Longbow, teleport to their destination and explode. That's not bad. Significant. Man, some of these have some significant damage. Contact grenade. Definitely don't need that one. Contact grenade. Okay, I'm willing to equip a contact grenade. I think that's solid. And that amount of damage more. I mean, I like the transfusion grenades, but truthfully, I'm just not using them enough for it to matter. So in situations when I do feel like I need to fall back on them, I'd rather have something that's ready to... Oh, see, now look at this. Proximity mine. Yeah, we're going to do that. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That's a lot of damage in proximity. Proximity mines are pretty sweet until an enemy gets close, because you can throw the proximity mine at an enemy, and then as soon as they move when they're close to it, it'll explode. So they're almost like a better version of a contact grenade, honestly. So let's get rid of that and that. Whoops. There we go. Both these shields can lick my nuts. Sorry, that was aggressive. You don't need to do that, grenades or shields. Just... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Computer, how we doing? Okay. I was getting a little jumpy there for a minute. Didn't drop any frames, though, so... Stream's handling it just fine. Thank heavens. Let's see here. Do we have... No, we don't have these upgrades, so let's go ahead and just get as many of them as I can. I don't know if I can afford all of them right now, but if I can, we'll get them. Because there's just not much else that I'm using my dough for. I already upgraded that one. But we didn't upgrade that one. And since I'm here... Oh, I'm jumping again. Oh, man, I'm struggling. Oh, boy, game. Oh, boy, game. Just keep grabbing as much ammo as I can. No harm in making sure I'm full to the brim here. There's no harm that I can see. So there we go. Alright. Trying to do a bit of pre-hydrating with some Powerade, or Gatorade I should say, before martial arts, because I don't want to be drinking a whole lot of fluids while I'm training. That's a real good way to get cramps and side stitches and stuff. Just to overhydrate while in the middle of it. But if you can kind of prehydrate, then I'm less worried about being ridiculously parched halfway through training, despite all the sweating and whatnot. So I've been sipping on Powerade all afternoon here so far, because it ain't nothing but coffee in the morning. Coffee's the only way to go in the morning. Spawn that vehicle. Teleport to that vehicle. Whee! One thing I'm trying to decide, I'm going back to the new computer parts because I'm excited about it. One thing I got to decide is whether or not I'm going to bother with a fresh install of Windows or not, and start a completely clean slate. There's something always appealing about that to me. But there's naturally the programs and everything that I've gone through the trouble to like install, and it's not a big deal because I can install just about anything back on my computer. Like it's not a big deal in terms of like money spent or anything like that. I've got copies of all of the stuff that I've put on this computer. I can put it all on, but boy oh boy is it a process to reinstall everything. It's like I gotta reinstall that, gotta reinstall my VPN and get that all set up, reinstall all of the games that I've gotta reinstall Microsoft Office and track that down, and it's just so much of it is such a pain. A lot of it is stuff that I've gone through great trouble to install on this computer, and some of it is stuff that took a lot of time to try and figure out how to install it. So, I'm weighing that decision. I might re-look up and see, or kind of make a tally on all of the important stuff that I want to reinstall if I do a fresh install, and go from there. But yeah, I'm trying to debate that. You've discovered a strong box like the one in Old Haven. It opens using the same 3 keys. Inside are various personal mementos from the brothers' childhood, which should fetch a decent price in New Haven. There's also a kick-ass gun. Hell yeah. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Kind of forgot where I was for a second there. Oh, for crap. Just teleport. Just give me there. I need to go down here. And yes, I do see that I've leveled up, and I will handle that in uno momento. But first I want to see what the kick-ass gun is. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh. Whew, that is some damage right there. Take that. Alright, let's see here. I gotta upgrade Bloodwing here. So we've been upgrading the accuracy, which I think is still a pretty sweet deal. Honestly, I still kind of want to just keep pumping in to the accuracy and just get myself so that I can peg anything from anywhere. I think that as trying to work on a sniper build, I think that's probably the best approach, if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright, sweet. Okay, what other quests we got? Got 2 things to turn in New Haven, Rust Commons East and West. Okay, so let's make our way back to New Haven and try and get those things taken care of. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get myself to a safe zone, and then I'm gonna take my break a little early because I gotta make wee. And the other thing is because of the timing and because of my training, I have to be done just a little bit early, so I'm actually kind of at the halfway point for the maximum I'm gonna be able to have time for today. So I'm thinking that makes it a pretty okay time. So maybe what I'll do is I'll teleport myself to New Haven here, and then excuse me. Oh my god. Let's see here. Oh no, we don't want Old Haven, we want New Haven. Alright, we'll teleport there. Teleport there, pause, take a quick break, and then come back. And then bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back. Okay. Alright, I'm going to pause for a minute. I don't even know if anyone's watching right now, but we'll pause it, be right back, and play for a little bit longer. Alright. Just hang tight, every peoples. Let's bring it back in. Pew! There we go. Alright, back in. Back in. I'm gonna do my best to stay awake here. I am lethargic. But who cares, right? Let's just keep playing. Just keep playing the game. It's a nice chill afternoon. It's a sunny day. Just sort of enjoy a little bit of relaxation to a degree here. Hey, lady. Thank you. Here's the reward I promised. By the way, I contacted Steele. Without mentioning your name, I told her there was an attack on New Haven residents. She tells me her men were acting on their own. My ass. I knew she wants to turn New Haven into another Lance fiefdom, just like Sanctuary. We'll see about that. And relay beacons. Here's your payment for services rendered. Now that those beacons are active again, hopefully somebody other than Atlas Corps can access the interplanetary communications network. Getting back in touch with the neighboring systems should do wonders for the local economy. Cool. We did it. Bye. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we got about a half hour left of game. I feel like maybe if I just really focus on getting myself, engaged in the game here, that'll help me. Could probably take care of this one. I mean, I'm well above that one in level, and I do have these other ones to do. But let's just go ahead and take care of that one. I feel like that's a perfectly reasonable idea at this point in time. At this point in time, we've been going well enough. All right, so let's see here. We got to go to the Cauldron. Rust Commons East, baby. Ugh. Man, the more I think about it, the more I am getting excited about having a new graphics card. There's some games, like I've been playing games. I mean, even this one. Hold on, we can just check here. We can just go into options in video. We can check the video for this, right? Graphics level is set to custom. But if we look at here, so frame rate locking 50 FPS, that's gonna stick. Pretty much every game I have will max out at FPS because my monitors have 50 hertz refresh, so there's no point in doing much better more than that. If I lock it at 50, then we'll balance out there. But if we look down, shadow detail medium, bullet decals off, foliage quality is at high, texture quality low, game detail low, ambient occlusion off, bloom off, depth of field off, flare outs off, level of detail low, right? See all of these things, all of these. Like, this isn't. It's a remaster. This game is a remaster, so it's definitely going to be more demanding on a system than the original release of Borderlands, for sure. But I guess I didn't really need to worry about this. But yeah, the truth of it is this card it's just not up to snuff anymore. It's holding its own in terms of allowing me to play, and one of the fun things about it is, like, the modern day. Oh my goodness. The recent interpretations of low still beat. This is set to low detail settings and stuff like that. It still looks more beautiful than if I were playing original release of Borderlands. So it's not like I'm incapable of playing games and enjoying the view, right? I am enjoying this, but just like, you can just look at the gun that I'm holding and look how undetailed that is, right? And there's nothing there's nothing saying that I need it to be better detailed. There's nothing saying that I can't enjoy better detail since the technology exists anyway, right? And so that's kind of where I'm at. And the other thing too is I just don't see how do I activate this one? I gotta find the guy and kill him. Whoops. Hi there. Oh, you're Cobb. I didn't even notice. Yeah, the thing that I'm worried is I get the sense that the GPU shortage the great GPU shortage of the 2020s. the the great GPU shortage of the roaring 20s. I get the sense that this is going to persist for a while. And the reason I think it is because I think my understanding of the situations in general, my understanding is that there are a few different things that are contributing to the issue in major ways, including but not limited to Bitcoin miners, trade restrictions limiting resources on things like silicone, things of that nature, are things that I just don't see an avenue for them going away anytime soon. The world is kind of obsessed with cryptocurrencies, so if it's not Bitcoin, it's going to be something else. Which cryptocurrency still kind of confuses me. I understand the concept of it, but the fact that people can just kind of like create a cryptocurrency and then like just mine it, like that doesn't make sense to me. Like it feels very much like, Hershey bucks that they would make in, the old school, way back in the day during the Industrial Revolution, right? They would create cities based around a factory, and the factory would have such powerful control that they wouldn't pay their employees in real money. They would pay them in like, Hershey's dollars or something like that you could then use at the company retail store or something ridiculous like that. And that's, I don't know, like I understand the concept behind cryptocurrencies, with it not being regulated by government, but I just can't wrap my head around what is supposed to be backing it, what gives it its value. Like some people make the argument that the value is inherently the cost of electricity, but that's highly regional. And so it feels kind of arbitrary what it would be worth. And it's like it kind of works like a stock, but it's not a stock. It's not like you're actually buying part of something. I don't know. It's above me. It goes over my head, and it's probably just a matter of me being simple. I understand it in the sense of it's a currency and people appreciate it because it's not it's not beholden to the same patterns and controls that a government regulated currency is. I get that. What confuses me about it is how its origin works, how where it comes from. But all that is a digression. Really, what I'm getting at here is I don't see cryptocurrencies going anywhere anytime soon. So if especially because the golden child Elon Musk is now obsessed with it, which means that the internet is now obsessed with it, because whatever he does, everyone else wants to do. I'm curious about what the flavor text of this thing is. I'm gonna equip that, and I just want to see. I just want to take a look. It's got a fast reload time, man. I'll tell you what. Boy, let me tell you what. So yeah, like without cryptocurrencies going anywhere anytime soon. And the other thing and this one's actually the more troubling concern to me regarding, the state of graphics cards, is the fact that various trade embargoes and deals and all that kind of stuff is playing presently a very large role in the limitations of availability of components for these. What concerns me about that is, I feel, more of an indicator about the current state of politics in this world. And something I've been thinking about a lot today, and maybe this is part of why I'm just kind of feeling down in the dumps in general, is it occurs to me that what has been happening, we see it a lot in America, but I think it is a kind of a global phenomenon, is government, in terms of political the political aspects of government. I think there are still, in my perspective, is very much focused on, is very much stuck around and centered around American politics. I'm 100% aware that that limits my understanding of things to a degree, and it really impacts how I view things. But at any rate, what the situation with graphics cards, what that tells me is that the political sides of things has very much become, go to the trashy knoll, find Slither and kill it. After looking at those pamphlets you collected, I'm fairly certain there's something interesting out there. Their crude drawings show stick figures gathered around some kind of monster named Slither. Maybe if you kill their god, they'll abandon this whole religious scheme? Well, let's try it. So what was I saying? Yeah, so what kind of concerns me, maybe even alarms me to a degree, is the fact that, like, who is benefiting and or being harmed by trade embargoes being placed on different countries to limit trades of different resources, such as, as what we're thinking about a lot of in the graphics card debate is things like silicone, right? There are other components, but that's the big one. That's the big one, at least as far as my understanding encompasses. Who's harmed by that? Who does that benefit? How am I benefited from that? When the governance that I and my peers have elected are making these decisions to say, we are going to impose higher taxes on items coming from this country or that country. What does that do for me? How is that helping me as one of their constituents? And there are a lot of socioeconomic implications behind a lot of these things that in ways it does impact me and benefit me. In a lot of ways harms me, but what I'm driving at here is there are a lot of decisions and a lot of games being played by politicians that are not in any way, shape, or form anything to do with what I need from my government to help me live a quality life as an American. And I think it kind of goes to this, I think what it kind of expands to is our government has in many, many ways been, there's been like a heist on our government by the ultra wealthy who in many ways, or at least there's an attempted heist of it. I guess I won't say that it's actually happened, because I do think there are a lot of genuine politicians who genuinely care about their constituents, you and me, and what we want or need. Even if we disagree with them, I think there are plenty of them that are genuinely idealistic enough to try to do what's right for us. I noticed a little purple guy down here. What are you doing down here, little guy? Ooh, that incendiary. I kind of want to give that one a shot. I'm going to use that one. Hi, kitty. I know, you're getting real hungry. We're getting close. You're going to be fed. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oops, gosh dang it. What button do I press for any of this? But like I was saying, it seems to me like there's been a heist, or at least an attempted heist on not just our government, but I think it's a problem worldwide. I think a lot of the wealthy have realized that they can use government as a way to continue to heighten their own personal wealth. And to me, that's the bigger problem behind, yes, it sucks that I'm not going to be able to get, a 30 series graphics card. That sucks, because I want one, and it would be cool to be able to build a 4K gaming machine. There's no denying that that's a big part of it too, but the implication to me that the reason that I can't enjoy my life with some of the technologies that exist, that allegedly exist for, the enjoyment, for people to find entertainment and joy in life, You know, allegedly that's why we're bothering with any of these technologies that we're constantly building and coming up with. The fact that we can't do it simply because the leaders that I've elected, for reasons that don't really impact my day-to-day life in any way, shape, or form, have decided that we will not accept trade from this, that, or the other country for this, that, or the other reason. You know, or just thinking along that lines is troublesome to me. It makes me feel like taking care of myself and my peers and my loved ones. Oh, I'm not going to want to use this. Oh my god, that's right. I remember Slither. Frickin', like, incredibly, ridiculously fast-moving thing. It's absurd. He's insane. He's out of control, man. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Ah! Come on, come on. There we go. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really have much of an upshot for where this rant is going. I wasn't really planning on having this rant. Hi, kitty. I wasn't really planning on talking about this, and I don't even know that my thoughts are coherent enough for me to be making intelligent points about it. I guess what I'm just saying is, it troubles me that we live in a world where, you know, supposedly I, as an American, being born as an American, supposedly, at my understanding, having grown up and been taught what the American dream is and what America was founded upon, all that kind of stuff, I was raised to believe that the reason that it's desirable to be American and the reason why I'm lucky to be born American is because every human has certain rights that they ought to have, right? There are certain rights that every human ought to have. And as an American, supposedly, you know, the benefit of America, it has nothing to do with, you know, and I think people take the wrong lessons from it, because it should have nothing to do with like ethnicity or nationality, but rather America was meant to be a place where everyone can be American and everyone can have equal access to at least the opportunities to have the same luxuries as every other person. And it troubles me that we're living in a world where that is swiftly becoming second class. That concept of American, you know, American gifting of inalienable rights to anyone who exists in this country, right? That's what the Statue of Liberty was always meant to be, you know, at least as, like I say, what I was raised to believe, what I was told, you know, these types of things. Everyone was meant to have these rights, and I feel like the granting and following through of our rights is swiftly becoming a second-class concept to the economy. I feel like in general, in America especially, the economy is the driving force behind who gets granted what access to a pursuit of happiness, so to speak. You know, and I'm not trying to say it's un-American that I can't get a graphics card. It's not at all what I'm saying, right? I'm not at all saying that. I'm just saying that I think that that's a symptom, an indicative symptom of a much more sinister undercurrent in this country. And I think the thing that bothers me is I don't know really what a clear solution even could be to this. Because any solution sort of revolves around removing the people that are causing these issues. And what concerns me about that is removing people. We've seen this in history. We see it in history all the time. Removing corrupt people in power just sort of leaves a power vacuum. And all it does is it opens up opportunities for different people with different desires on how to differently do the same things, really, it just opens up opportunities for them to, just take the place of whoever was removed in the first place. And so that's again, that just it's troubling to me, and I think it's been on my mind a lot today, and I think that's part of where my sort of lethargy comes from. It's just I've been distracted by these ideas, by the fact that much of my life is controlled, and and it troubles me too that I'm saying that as a white male in America, right? Someone who has the least to be worried about in this country. People would happily, there are countless numbers of people that would happily grant me extra privileges just for the sake of depriving someone else who's different than me those rights. It's disgusting. It's frankly disgusting. But when someone, as fortunate as I am in my life, I'm fortunate enough that I can afford to overpay a little bit for a new graphics card, even if it's like a slightly used one from a generation before. I recognize that I've an incredibly fortunate life, all things considered. I have a well-paying job. I haven't lost due to COVID. I've had opportunities to get proper education and stuff like that, and to feel like I am not being properly represented, not being properly cared about or cared for by the people that I have elected to do exactly that. The fact that I can feel that just makes it frankly, it just makes my heart break for how many other people in this world have it worse. And again, it just adds to the troubling nature of all of it that I don't know how we fix it. The best I can ever come up with is people in general. We need to just start normalizing being kind to each other. We need to normalize the concept of not being a dick. And that sounds weird to have to express that, but I think that's an important step, because I think by constantly letting ourselves be in a confrontational mindset, I think that by doing that we let ourselves play exactly into the hand of exactly these people in power that are abusing said power that I'm talking about, right? It works unquestionably to their advantage for all of us to be at each other's throats and forget about what it is they're doing, right? And that's how they stay in power. They don't sell us benefits to our lives. They sell us the narrative that the other side is worse for our lives. So we get so distracted trying to stop the other side that we forget to pay attention to what's being done to all of us. And yeah, I don't know. Thank you. You understand why a man can't kill his own brother. But bounty hunters are another matter. At any rate, this is the beginning of a new era. Soon Janestown will be known as Taylortown. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like where that one's going. So I don't know. That's a long rant that I really don't have any knowledge or expertise to be spouting off that much. But it's been on my mind. I feel like I'm almost more so inappropriately using my stream as a sounding board for me to just sort of think out what's been bothering me all day. Oh. You're not wrong. Not wrong, Marcus. Just gotta be getting it somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably stay away from the political discourse, because I just don't know enough about it. What I do know, like, my expertise comes from, I do have some education in ethics, as well as just being an attentive, conscientious human being. I do tend to be a pretty empathetic individual, who feels the pain of others when he encounters it. So pretty acutely in most situations. Ooh, that's a pretty good shotgun. Take a peek at that and give that one a shot. So I can't offer intelligent points and counterpoints about, the actual politics of a political discourse. But I can offer, I do have some ideas along the idealism front of things. And I think it's unrealistic for us to assume that idealistic ideas. I think it's unrealistic to assume idealistic ideas will ever actually be possible. But I think it's good for us to explore the ideal, so that way we know what we're building towards. I think there's no. I think it's fine to of dream of things that are ideal and perfect. Um, oh, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to all of that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I know I don't have the expertise to really offer political discourse. Beyond the fact that I think that it's good, like I'm saying, I think it's good for us to consider idealistic concepts for the sake of knowing what we're trying to achieve. We'll never achieve perfection, but that doesn't mean we don't try. Because even if we don't achieve perfection, we can still achieve some other things that are pretty great in the pursuit of perfection. So, yeah, we'll just fast travel to New Haven. What am I doing? Traveling by car. It's silly. It's just silly. So I don't know. I think there's some good that can come from having these discussions, even though it's just me rambling on and on about stuff. But I don't know if you agree, like, comment, and subscribe or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. Find Eric Franks. I'm gonna go find Eric Franks, see what he has to say, and then I think I'm gonna call it a session because I need to get this video uploading, and then I need to go change if I'm going to be getting to my class in time. So let's see. Never thought we'd see this day, the day when Janestown was liberated from the tyranny of Janus Cobb. Long live Taylor Cobb! I'll inform the rest of the men. Oh boy. Alright, we'll pick those up. And yeah, I think that's a perfectly good time to call it a session. I don't think I really got any viewers today, but there's a couple people that seem to be watching the replays, which I'm glad for. I'm excited. I'm glad that I'm offering, even if it's just background noise, I'm glad I'm offering something that holds value to other people. I'm glad that I can offer up a reprieve, from the tiring parts of a long day, or oops, that was a terrible jump. Or whatever the scenario may be that is encouraging people to watch what I'm producing. I'm glad that it's that there's some value to what I'm doing here. For someone other than me, I honestly have actually really enjoyed this, and continue to do so. So I was hoping that I could get the sprint jump over there. I know there's a better way to get over there, but I just don't feel like doing it. Yeah, like I feel like I have selfishly been gaining some value by doing these streams. But I'd like to know that it's not just an exercise in complete selfishness. That's how I like to do most things. I like to think most things that I do aren't completely selfish. Although perhaps martial arts really is. There's no one really benefiting from me training martial arts except for me. But at any rate, yeah, we'll call it a session there. I think it was good. I perked up a little bit, and actually having spoken out loud about stuff, I feel a bit more alert, awake, and a little less fogged out, because I feel like I've just kind of worked through it. So glad anyone watching, I'm glad that you sat around for my weird self-therapy session that, like I say, is probably a completely inappropriate venue for, but here we are, it happened, and there's no taking it back. This happened. It's part of the world's history now, so yeah, we'll call it a session there. Tomorrow, writing stream. I might go a little bit longer for the writing stream. Tomorrow being Friday, March 5th. I don't have, finally, I don't have any afternoon meetings for my day job, so I'll have a bit more time to do some writing. And I'm actually excited because of the fact that we finished the dungeon that we were working on yesterday. I'm going to probably spend some time working on just some lore, just having some fun, doing some almost like free-form creative writing stuff is sort of what my plan is. So I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be a good time. I think that'll be a really good time. So we'll do that, and then Saturday there's a sweet fight card Saturday night. I will probably be doing some gaming and fight companioning. So if anyone ever wants to stop by and listen to me chat about the fights, I would love to do that, and I'd love to discuss them. I can't stream the fights, but I will be watching them. So if we want to have discussions about what's happening, I would love that while I'm gaming a little bit. Can do stuff like that. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. That to me is a much more free-form approach because it's hard for me to game and watch fights at the same time. It's kind of a fun attention span challenge. But I may choose to set that aside when the main card shows up so I can just focus on the fights. But I don't know. We'll play that one by ear. But the important part is tomorrow we'll stream. Saturday we'll stream. Details TBD. So yeah, that's all I got. So anyone watching, I appreciate you. I'm glad that you stopped by. I'm glad you found something of value here. Go out, be good to each other, spread some good in this world, and we'll catch you guys next time. So take care, everyone.